Hey everyone, this is Friedel Hakureja Raven. I'm back with my recap and review of Boruto Naruto Next Generation's anime episode number 160, which is titled To the Land of Silence. You all, we are 160 episodes into this anime, and there's still a whole lot of manga this anime needs to adapt. But anyway, the episode opened with Boruto and the rest making their way to the Land of Silence, and while they're on their way, Boruto notices something down there, apparently dead people and a cart. So of course he goes to investigate. However, it's a trap. He ends up tripping a wire, and I'm like, Boruto, you need to be smarter than this. Anyway, because he's Boruto and he's skilled, he's able to dodge the trap, which is basically a bombardment of kunai at the target, but Boruto dodges it. And then we notice this person looking at them from behind a tree, and he runs away, and Mujino is like, it's probably a thief, we don't have to capture him. Or maybe Kohonamaru said that, but you get the idea. So I'm not really sure, but maybe we'll get to see this character again down the line. Who knows? Apparently, this current arc is supposed to be 10 episodes long, so I am enjoying this arc for now. I just don't want them to drag it out. I want them to keep it fun. But yeah, 10 episodes for an arc, that's a lot. So yeah, this is where Mujino tells everyone that they're basically in the territory of the Land of Silence, so they need to be very careful. And these people don't necessarily like shinobi from the Great Five Nations, so they need to be in disguise. So everyone takes off their headbands. And this is also where Mujino tells Boruto and Salad that this is a very, very dangerous and important mission. And usually Mujino doesn't take Genin with him, but he doesn't necessarily have a choice right now. So he tells Boruto and Salad to be on their guard, and he warns Boruto that yes, Boruto can act cool, but he shouldn't be acting alone. So they all need to work as a team. And Naruto knows that Boruto and the rest are on this mission, so they need to be successful. They need to get the Hashirama cells back. And Boruto is like, you know what, Mujino, I understand it. I'm going to not act out. But then again, it's Boruto, so of course he's going to do something. Mujino also explains about how this area was first under a person named Gengo. And if you guys have read the Shikamaru hidden novel, that's the entire story there, and it also got an anime adaptation, so I have a feeling that a whole lot of you are already familiar with. So apparently when Gengo was taken down, there was a vacuum in power, and there was peace for a little while, but then it all went crazy. And the team ends up reaching the entrance of the Land of Silence, and as they can see that it's all in ruins, the area is not doing well. And while they're walking down the market, they notice a whole lot of people that are in their bingo book. And Mujino also notices a criminal from the Land of Rivers, and Salad is like, shouldn't we be capturing these people? And Mujino is like, no, we are undercover, that's not the priority. Our priority is to gain information about the Hashirama cell. And this is where Boruto and Salad notice a kid running away after stealing from a shop, and the shopkeeper going after the kid with a knife and threatening to kill the kid. And Boruto is like, why is this kid stealing? And Mujino tells Boruto and Salad that this is what the Land of Silence is like, that kids steal. They don't think about anything when it comes to stealing, and they steal to survive. And I like this kind of discussion, especially because characters like Boruto and Salad, they come from very privileged households. Even though they're ninjas and there's a lot of danger in their life, they're still quite privileged, and they do lead a secure life. And yeah, going on such missions can open Salad's and Boruto's eyes to the rest of the world outside of their little tiny bubble. So and also there's this scene where we see a person selling these headbands, and Boruto doesn't like that because for him as a ninja, a headband demonstrates your pride as a ninja. And Mujino is like, Boruto, you need to grow up. You're thinking of this as a kid. Pride doesn't put food on the table. So yeah, fugitive ninjas have to do what they have to do to earn money and survive. And we also get this scene where Mujino and Kohonamaru, after telling Boruto about how power and money is what run this area, we see all of the characters looking upward, and there's this air carrier above. And now readers of the manga, I'm not really sure if this is the same air carrier where person X is inside. I don't want to spoil anything, or maybe it's just a cool little Easter egg. Who knows? So Magino and the rest move deeper into the marketplace, which has even more sketchier people inside. So they go through the corridor and they reach this shopkeeper who's supposed to know a whole lot about what's happening in the marketplace. And at first, the shopkeeper is like, "How can I help you? What are you here to buy?" And I also liked his little lizard on the shoulder. And yeah, Mujino is like, and Konamaru are like, we aren't here to buy anything. We are here for information. And of course, the shopkeeper doesn't like that, and he tells them to leave. And he pushes a button, and the steel door comes down. However, Boruto, again acting recklessly, he separates from the group. He goes inside, and this is where the shopkeeper calls out his two goons. However, again, being Boruto is a very skilled young ninja. He's able to take down the goons, and he threatens the shopkeeper with a kunai at the shopkeeper's neck. And I also have to say that I like the little scene where the lizard ran away from the shopkeeper. I was like, yeah, save yourself, little lizard. And the shopkeeper is like, oh, you guys are here for the Hashirama cells. I thought you were here to capture me. That's why I was acting like that. But yeah, I'll give you information. And while they're asking for information, he brings out this medical ID card, and this ID card belongs to an employee of the medical company that's run by Victor. And apparently that person who stole the Hashirama cells from Anato's team, he came to the Land of Silence in order to sell the Hashirama cells. However, news that that person had a very important item spread, and apparently he's now dead, and no one's really sure where the Hashirama cells are. And Salad is like, doesn't that mean that the Hashirama cells are likely outside of the city? And the shopkeeper is like, no, entering this city is easy. However, escaping this city is very difficult. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone knows about the Hashirama cells and keeping it secret. And he tells Konamaru to go to this adult nightclub because the ladies over there would know a whole lot of information, especially because there's this rich guy in town by the name Kirashiki, and he probably knows a whole lot. So they all go to the adult nightclub, and yeah, because they have kids, Konamaru and Majino have to be careful with everything. And then we get to see this guy called Mr. Kirashiki, and Majino recognizes him. Apparently, he's a medical ninja from the Land of Mist. And again, for the readers of the manga, the Land of Mist is going to play a role as this story continues. So he is being shown flirting with these four women who suspiciously look a whole alike. And this is where Boruto is like, I have an idea. And of course, he uses his sexy transformation jutsu to get closer to Mr. Kirashiki. And as far as I can tell, he kind of low-key looks like Himawari with whiskers, but yeah. Anyway, I actually thought that Kohonamaru should have used the sexy jutsu, and he shouldn't have sent an underage boy for this mission, but it is what it is. So Boruto goes in, and he takes their attention away from the four women who, again, they look a whole alike. And even Boruto is like, are you guys quadruplets? And you all look the same, even your clothes the same, your earrings are the same. And Mr. Kirashiki is like, yeah, I'm tired of looking at the same face, so please leave. And of course, the women have to leave. They aren't happy about it. And this is where Boruto asks Mr. Kirashiki about why he's carrying a briefcase. And Kirashiki is like, yeah, I'll tell you, but we need to be alone. And Boruto is like, yeah, let's go somewhere. And yeah, Salad is quite impressed with how Boruto is handling the situation. And while Boruto is taking Mr. Kirashiki away, this is where the same little boy who stole earlier, he comes in and he steals the briefcase from Mr. Kirashiki, and he runs away, and Mr. Kirashiki is after him as well. He catches the boy and he's about to kill the boy, and this is where Boruto comes in, and his cover is blown, and these two fight. And of course, Boruto again is a very skilled ninja, so he's able to take down Mr. Kirashiki. However, their cover is blown, and everyone around town is noticing them, and they're like, and yeah, Konamaru is like, we need to get out of here because these people aren't fan of ninjas. And while that's happening, we see that the four women that Mr. Kirashiki was with earlier, or is it Kirasaki? I'm not really sure about the name. Yeah, I'll type it down in the video. I'm not really sure about names, especially of basically filler characters. But anyway, the four women that medical ninja was with earlier, they end up being men as well. So yeah, that happened. A whole lot of men transforming into women to get what they want. So Konamaru and the rest of the team are interrogating the medical ninja, and Mr. Kirasaki is like, yeah, I don't know why I'm necessarily here. I was asked here by someone, I don't know his name. However, I'm supposed to meet that person on the bridge at 6 a.m. And Konamaru is like, you know what, we're going to test that theory out. And this is where they make a plan that Konamaru is going to transform himself into Mr. Kirasaki, and Boruto will accompany him while Mujino and Salad keep an eye on what's going to happen. And they're at the bridge. It's 6 a.m. This little hooded figure comes in and he is like, are you Mr. Kirasaki? And Kirasaki is like, yep, it's me. And he's like, why is this kid here? And Kirasaki is like, he's my servant or whatnot. He holds the bag. And yeah, it turns out that this little old man is supposedly a butler for someone, and apparently that person wanted to test Mr. Kirasaki's skills, and yeah, the butler ended up infecting himself with the Hashirama cells, and the butler is like, if you want to meet my boss, you need to treat me. And this is also where the butler says things about how his boss is the most beautiful person alive, and yada yada yada, and I'm like, I have a feeling that his boss is going to be Deepa, because Deepa as a character feels very vain to me, and I think that Deepa focuses a whole lot on his appearance. And yeah, this is where the episode ends. So Kohanamaru isn't a medical ninja, so it will be very interesting to see how they're able to cure this butler so that he can take them to their boss. I guess the real Mr. Kirasaki is going to do something. Yeah, I will be doing a written review of this episode, and for the Geek Theory, the link to that will be down in the comment section below as soon as the review goes up. Let me know what you guys thought of it. I actually liked it, and I'm actually enjoying seeing Boruto and Salad realizing that the world is very different, especially from the little bubble they live in while they're in the Hidden Leaf Village. There isn't peace anywhere, there are sketchy people outside, and they need to grow up as ninjas. So yeah, if you guys don't want to be spoiled, I'm going to talk about episode number 161 and go through the preview they showed. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Let's talk about episode number 161. So Mitsuki is still in the clinic and he's helping Yubino with treating the little girl that was infected by the Hashirama cells, and let's see how that works out. And we get a silhouette of Deepa. He's covered in shadows, and I'm really interested in seeing how Deepa is as a character. We haven't really seen him in the manga, so I'm not really sure if he's going to die or if he's going to disappear, or maybe he'll appear later. That's something interesting, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And in the next episode, we see that Mr. Kirasaki and Boruto are being led to this old castle by the butler, and this old castle also has traps in it, so let's see what happens there. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of the episode down in the comment section below, and until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later. Bye.